Okay, so we are still on latitudes and longitudes, and in this video we're going to be looking at location of places on the Earth's surface. So we have this coordinate here and we want to locate this on the Earth's surface. We are going to draw a sphere. So draw your sphere. And then you fix your north, south, your cardinal points, north, south, east, and then you write your west. Now looking at this point, you have 45 degrees north and 90 degrees east. Definitely the first in this pair, which is 45 degrees north, is your latitude, and the second one is your longitude. Don't forget that. Based on the cardinal points you have there, you have north here and you have east here. So this is a latitude and this is a longitude. Usually when you have these coordinates in this way, the first value is always your latitude and the second value is always your longitude. So let's start with the latitude. So let's fix this on this Earth surface here, on this sphere. So starting with the latitude, let's draw a particular latitude which is called the equator, and it passes through the center. So this is our center and that equator will go this way. This is a latitude. Don't forget, this equator is also a latitude, and don't forget that latitudes, there are how many in number? If you keep drawing and drawing and drawing and drawing and drawing, they are 180 in number, and I've drawn one of them. But this one is 0 degrees because that 180 latitudes, each of them represent a degree, and I've drawn one of them. This one is 0 degrees because this is the one sharing the whole 180 into two equal parts. That means I have 90 upwards here and I have 90 downwards here. Remember, they are 180 in number and I've drawn only one of them. And this one I've just drawn, which is the equator, is sharing the whole 180 into two parts. So from here to here will now be 90, and from here to here will now be 90. Let me write it out. 0 to 90 due north and 0 to 90 due south. So it's complete now. So we can now conveniently fix our 45 degrees due north. So since it's 45 degrees north, I'm going to use this 0 to 90 that is in the north part. So 0 to 90 is what I'm going to use that is in the north part because it said due north. So 45 will be midway between 0 to 90, to be halfway. 45 degrees will be somewhere around here. Trace it down to the circle. It's going to be definitely on this part. So draw your latitude and let it touch that part. So this is exactly 45 degrees. That's how you draw your latitude. Then now for the longitude here is 90 degrees east, and we have to first draw a particular longitude which is called the prime meridian, and it will pass through the center also. Remember, longitudes are vertical lines drawn from north to south. So that prime meridian will be a vertical line drawn from the north to the south and also passing through the center. So that's the first thing you always do. The prime meridian is what I'll draw first. This is also a longitude, don't forget that. And remember, if you keep drawing all other longitudes, keep drawing them, they are 360 in number and each of them represents a degree. And this prime meridian is the one sharing the whole 360 of them into two. So that means if it's sharing all of them into two, that means from here, this will be the 0, and from here to here will be 180, and from here to here will also be 180, and from here to here will also be 180 degrees. Now it makes sense because from here to here 180, from here to here 180, all together you have 360 if you keep drawing all of them. So but this one is 90 degrees due east. So this is the part that is due east, and from here to here is also 180. So I have to fix 90. So 90 will be midway between 0 and 180 here. So I'll trace it up. Due east, I'm using this part because this is due east. If it was due west, I'll have used this 0 to 180. So tracing it up, that means my longitude will be drawn and it will pass through. This is a freehand sketch, don't forget. It will touch those dotted lines. Yes, let me continue going up. Yes, it's going to rub it off, then come and bend back to the south. So this is exactly how you draw it. So this is your 90 degrees here, midway. So the part where they intersect, where the latitude and the longitude intersect, is your point, is your place on that Earth's surface. So I can now call this one place P. So this is how you draw this particular, this is how you locate this particular point on the Earth's surface. Let's see one more example. So here I have another example here. This one is point X. It is 62 degrees south and 105 degrees west. Don't forget that the first in the pair is always your latitude and the second is always your longitude. So drawing my circle, or drawing my sphere rather. So this is north, this is south, this is east, and this is west. So starting with the latitude, if you want to start with the latitude, draw the number 1 latitude, which is the equator. Very important, and it will pass through the center. This is the center. The equator is what you draw first. Very important. When you draw the equator is sharing the whole 180 other latitudes into 2. Remember, the equator is also a particular latitude, and it is sharing the whole 180 other latitudes, which are also representing a degree, into 2. So this equator is 0 degrees. So from here to here will be 90, and from here to here will be 90, since this equator is sharing the whole 180 into 2. So from here to here is 90 degrees, and from here to here will also be 90 degrees. So where will 62 degrees south be? That means I have to use this 0 to 90 down here, because this is the south part. I can't use the one up. This 0 to 90 represents the northern part, while this 0 to 90 represents the southern part. So I have to use this 0 to 90 representing the south part, because it is 62 degrees south. So where will 62 degrees be from here to here, since I've decided to use this one from here to here? 62 will not be in the center, because this is where 45 will be. It will be closer to 90 a bit. This is a rough sketch anyway, so let's say it is somewhere around here. Then trace it down to the curve. So it will be somewhere around here. So you can now draw your latitude to touch that part carefully. Yes, this is our 62 degrees south. So now that we are done with the latitude, let's go to the longitude. Remember, before you draw the longitude, you have to draw a particular longitude that also passes through the center, and you know longitudes move vertically from north to south. So that one is the prime meridian. So let me draw that one first. If you don't draw it first, you're going to confuse yourself. So this is the particular longitude I've drawn. Then of course you know that there are other longitudes that are 360 in number, each representing a degree, but this one is sharing the whole 360 into 2. So that means from here to here will be 180, and from here to here will be 180. Let me write it. And this is the 0 degrees out of all of them. 0 to here is 180 degrees, and here to here is also 180 degrees. Don't forget, 0 to here is 180 degrees, and here to here is also 180 degrees, since it is sharing the whole 360 longitudinal lines into 2. But this one is 105 degrees west. That means I'm going to use this 0 to 180 since it's on the western part. 0 to, I'm not using this one. This one is due east. If it was 105 degrees east, I will have used this 0 to 180 here to find my point. But I'm using this 0 to 180 since it is due west, as the question has stated. So where will 105 be between 0 to 180? This is 90. Midway is 90, so 105 will be somewhere around here, just a rough sketch anyway. Then you trace it out to the sphere and make sure the curve passes through this dotted line. So the curve you're going to draw will also touch something like this. Yes, this is okay. So this is 105 degrees. Then the part where the latitude and the longitude intersect is your point. This is where they intersect. That is your point. So I'm going to place my point X there. This is exactly my point. So it's very simple, very easy. So that's it for location of places on the Earth's surfaces. This is lesson 2. There will be lesson 3 still on this topic. Good day.